Hey, what is going on, guys? From the project in here, and I just decided to continue my TNA showdowns on this main account until something happens with Wrestling Daily Show. If we do, I'll get the YouTube account back. But for now, I'm going to continue my TNA showdowns and my reviews of TNA Impact. And of course, TNA was a good show last night. Excuse me, at least I thought it was. And I missed the beginning segment where we had Eric Bischoff informing the Royal, due to the Scott Hall's actions, and of course Scott Hall is no longer with TNA as of right now. And the tournament will be held to see who will face Motor City Machine Guns for the tag team titles at Victory Road. And we started off with a round 1 TNA Tag Tournament match between the band and Inc. Of course, the band is now with Darren Young, and we do have Kevin Nash in this too as well. Nash and Young attack both Inc. It was a pretty good match. I didn't get to see all of this match. I will say that Inc. advances into the tournament, and we'll find out who will exactly face Motor City Machine Guns in the match for Victory Road. Then we get into a promo here, which is one of the only promos I'll actually be talking about. Flair says his big announcement is that he will reform the Four Horsemen. That's right, the Four Horsemen, reformed, now called Fortune. Of course, that's going to have AJ Styles, Bia Money, Kazarian, and Desmond Wolfe if he wins his match later on in the night, which I'll get to later on. And Jay Lethal comes out and he does, a whole Ric Flair impression and stuff like that for a good while. And, that's pretty much what happens with that. So then Desmond Wolfe comes to the mic and says he's going to take out Jay Lethal, which is their match. And if Desmond Wolfe wins, he would get to be in this group with Ric Flair. And that would be, he would be in the Fortune if he wins that match. Then we get into the next match of the night, Hernandez versus Samoa Joe. I actually thought this match was pretty good. Joe did good in this match. We saw this Supermax. Hernandez getting into the corner. Not too much happened, but it was a pretty good match. Joe drops to the floor, and during this part of the match, when Samoa Joe was I think it was drop kicked to the floor, Matt Morgan comes out and attacks, not really attacks, but gives Hernandez a low blow while Samoa Joe is out on the floor. And the ref doesn't see it because he's trying to get Samoa Joe back in. And unfortunately, in the meantime, anyway, Samoa Joe does get back in, and we see the T-bone suplex, I believe, from Joe, and that's what he gets the victory on that, and Samoa Joe wins that match. And with that being said, we do have Hernandez versus Matt Morgan in the steel cage match at Victory Road. So that would be pretty interesting to see how that goes. With this next match we got for last night anyway, Douglas Williams versus Mac Buck from the Young Bucks. And this match, nothing really too much happened, just Doug Williams dominating over Max Buck. And we saw the Samoan drop in this match. Just a lot of dominating by Doug Williams. We saw suplexes and a tornado DDT, and that's what leads for the win for Doug Williams. And not really too much happened. could kind of care less about that match. I don't really like Doug Williams. To me, I don't even know why he's still X Division champion, but that's just me. But Williams continues to beat down. Then Brian Kendrick comes out and takes out Williams. So it looks like, of course, Brian Kendrick is now still a face. So of course, Doug Williams is a heel now, and well, he's been a heel. So of course, Brian Kendrick is a face. So I thought I'd point that out. Angelina Love versus Lacey Von Erich. Of course, Angelina Love coming back, and this one I didn't, pay too much attention because nothing really too much happened. We saw, Buddha knee attacks in this match. I believe Angelina Love mostly dominating over Lacey Von Erich, and SoCal Val brings out a chair into the ring. That's right, SoCal Val. Then we got DDT, Lacey, DDT, excuse me, by Lacey, and that was for a disqualification, of course. Lacey Von Erich winning by disqualification onto that. And with that DDT, if I'm stand corrected, I believe Angelina Love did that DDT to Lacey Von Erich. Next match we got here, of course, the tag team tournament continues with Team 3D versus Beer Money Incorporated. And this was pretty good here too as well. We saw that little confrontation with Team 3D. The thing with this is I really hope they don't split up Team 3D because I really like that team, and hopefully it doesn't go that way, especially with the confrontation between Brother Ray and Brother Devon. But anyway, Rude takes out a shoulder block to Devon. Rude comes back, and we got a double team sidewalk slam leg drop with that as well. We got a headbutt. We see headbutts in here, and it was a pretty good match. But with that being said, with the winner of the match is Beer Money Incorporated. Of course, they advance into the tag team tournament for Victory Road. Then we get into the next match, which is Desmond Wolfe versus Jay Lethal. Of course, if Desmond Wolfe wins, he would be able to join the new stable. We also see Tommy Dreamer coming out yet again and watching the match. I think he stayed for a good while, even through the main, throughout the main event. And just lately, Tommy Dreamer hasn't really been doing anything, but watching and see how these guys do. So what's to come with Tommy Dreamer, I'm not really too sure yet, but we'll see what happens and we'll see where this goes. But anyway, Desmond Wolfe versus Jay Lethal, pretty good match. We had Chelsea out there as well, saying that she quits, and Wolfe asks her to hand her a weapon, and Wolfe goes after her. So really nothing too much happened, even though it was a pretty good match. We have a huge leg lariat as well with that from Jay Lethal, which gives Jay Lethal that win. So it looks like Desmond Wolfe won't be able to join that stable with Ric Flair, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what pretty much happened with that. Then we get into a promo here. I didn't really see too much of this promo, so I'm not really going to get into it. Then we get into a couple other promos and stuff like that. Then we do have main event, of course. Abyss versus Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Anderson, which I thought was pretty good. And Anderson, we have see his kicks. During the point of the match, we thought Anderson